everyone, it's James from the Fit RV, and this is shop video number 3. And today we're going to be tackling lighting. And I have to say, as far as an inherited space goes, the lighting in here is actually really pretty good. There are 24 4-foot fluorescent bulbs in here, and it keeps it, well, I mean, you can see, the lighting is not that bad. But I'm going to replace these fluorescent bulbs, and I'm not doing that because I like the idea of replacing perfectly good fluorescent bulbs. I'm doing it because this is a shop, and these fixtures have no covers, and there's no way for me to easily add a cover to them. And all it would take was me taking a piece of plywood end over end or an 8-foot board and whack, and then I've got a hazardous rain of broken glass and scorpions and mercury and Lord knows what falling down out of the ceiling into my workshop. I don't want that.
Oh, you thought that crack about scorpions falling out of the lights was a joke. What am I supposed to do here?
How do you get in there?
I don't know. Okay.
So I'm going to replace them with LED bulbs. LED bulbs also, as we all know, use less energy. So I'm going to replace all these fixtures. We're going to try a little experiment. And so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to replace half of the bulbs. And then we'll kind of do an A-B with the regular fluorescent and the LEDs. But there's a little thing about the kinds of LED replacement fluorescent bulbs you can get that I kind of need to tell you why I went with the ones I did. So if you're looking at LED replacements for fluorescent bulbs, there's kind of two kinds that you can get. There's one kind that works with the ballast that's in your fluorescent fixture, and that's the kind I went with. There's another kind of bulb called direct wire, and for those you don't need a ballast. You would actually remove the ballast from the fixture in order to get those bulbs to work. But I didn't choose those for a couple reasons. One, it sounded like a pain in the butt to remove all these ballasts. And number two, those bulbs are a little more expensive. And you know, considering that in all the years I've been using fluorescent lights, I've had exactly one ballast go bad in all that time, I think that, oh, you don't have to worry about a ballast is kind of a red herring sort of argument. So I went with these. They're daylight bulbs. These are 5,000 Kelvin, so they're going to be a little bit bluer, brighter, more daylight balanced than the bulbs that are in here now. And these use a grand total of 17 watts, which will replace the 32-watt fluorescent tubes that are there. So I'm going to get popping with these bulbs and replace half of them. We'll come back and do an A-B test and see how they look. Okay, it's time for the moment of truth, and here we go. Oh, heck yeah. So here we go. We got 5,000 Kelvin LEDs, 4,000 Kelvin fluorescents, 384 watts, 204 watts. This is much better, and this is what I'm going to go with. So I'm not even going to do any more with this. I'm just going to replace these bulbs on the other side. Okay, so there we go. I've replaced all the lights. I like the look of it a lot better now. But there's still a problem, and that's when I get kind of over here. So this was a garage, and there's a garage door here, and so they didn't put any lights here, and so it gets kind of darkish over here. So I want to fix that. The way I'm going to do it, I can't really put another 8-foot fixture here because I've got that thing in the way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some 4-foot fixtures and I'm going to put them kind of here and here and wire them in so that they run on the same circuits as the fixtures that we've got. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to locate and mount these to the ceiling. The ceiling here is this metal with concrete poured on top of it. So drilling into that is going to be super fun, but that's what it is, so let's get to it. So this is not a hammer drill. This is a rotary hammer. It's like a hammer drill on steroids. All right, and they're hung. Okay, the fixtures are all hung, and so all that's left to do is to get power to them. So the way we're going to do that is we're just going to take some conduit, come off of this fixture, run it to here, and then over to there. We're going to do all of that first, and then the very last thing we're going to do is actually go live with it and wire it up. So that's next, cutting conduit. Yay. Okay, so are we going to measure this volume? No. We don't measure. Come on. All right. Okay, so the lights are in and wired, but I'm not going to wire this live, so it's time to go dark and do these final wires into the existing lights, and then we'll be done, I hope. Okay, we've got everything wired up, so here's the moment of truth. Hooah! Success! Okay, so that's going to do it for this one. The lighting is done. There will be some task lighting, but I'm going to run that off outlets. And outlets are what we're going to be talking about next time when I tackle the rest of the electrical to turn this space into a shop. This is James from the Fit RV. See you later. Bye.